I grew up in Victoria, Texas, down by the coast. Most of my growing up was there. I spent about a year in El Campo, a year in Yoakum, a year in Schertz, before we settled my sophomore year in high school in Universal City, just outside of San Antonio. And that's where I graduated from high school. I received an Army ROTC scholarship, and I sat down and said, well, if I'm going into the Army, where would I take this scholarship? And I took it to Texas A&M. I knew nothing about the school. I had no clue. I was helping to move a high school buddy into his room, Mark Sifford, an Air Force cadet. And I saw this sophomore who was probably 8 foot tall and 400 pounds. And he said, howdy. And I said, well, hello, how are you? That was my introduction to the Corps of Cadets.
Major General Rubenstein was a member of Devil D, commander of Rutter's Rangers, and as a cadet, graduated from the Army's Airborne and Ranger schools. Rubenstein was the first Medical Service Corps officer in the history of the Army to be selected as a Major General. During his career, General Rubenstein was the Commanding General of Europe Regional Medical Command, Command Surgeon for the United States Army Europe and 7th Army, the Army's Deputy Surgeon General, and concluded his 35-year career as Commanding General of the Army Medical Department Center and School and concurrently as Chief of the Army Medical Service Corps. A long and successful career that began in the Corps of Cadets.
I arrived at the 1st Battalion, 7th Infantry as the medical platoon leader. It's in Aschaffenburg, West Germany, 1977. Within a week or two, something went sideways in my platoon, and I found myself in front of my battalion commander's desk. West Pointer, hard as nail lieutenant colonel, who just bit lieutenants' heads off and shoot them up. He asked me what my excuse was for my platoon's behavior, and being a good fish, I said, I have no excuse, sir. I've got a reason on what happened, but one of the 4 fish answers. I said, I have no excuse. He kicked me. He was so shocked, he kicked me out of his office. I was golden. That skill that I learned from my sophomores as a young fish, yes, sir, no, excuse, sir, and sir, I don't know. Preparing me for my career and my life was what the Corps gave me as my return on investment for my time in it. The Corps gave me 2 things when I graduated: competence and confidence. It gave me 2 kinds of competence. It gave me tactical competence, technical competence as a soldier. I knew more than the average second lieutenant in the Army knew. And it gave me leadership competence. And it also gave me the confidence. I knew that I knew what I was doing. I had the confidence to know that I was doing well.
Ladies and gentlemen, inducted into the Corps of Cadets Hall of Honor, Major General David A. Rubenstein, class of 1977.